Hello, this is Mr. Drami. Today we are going over the lesson determining the APR. As we talked about in class, APR stands for what? Annual, right? Annual. Uh, the P stands for percentage, and the R stands for rate, right? Annual percentage rate. So that means for the year, that will be the rate that you will be paying. But again, this is, you know, in the real world, it's compounded monthly. So, uh, like like I said, later on, I'll send you a Word document for every section of the chapter and the formulas associated with it. Like I said, the past video, I realized that my video was all over the place, and I like standing on the board and giving you a detailed explanation of the lesson, right? So this is what I'm doing today. Now I'm gonna give you the formula, which is almost all the formulas are long and complicated. I mean, you're not required to memorize the formula; you're just required to use the formula. So the only thing you need to do is to pick out the information in the problem and then fill it in, which is pretty simple, right? It's just like substituting, just like y equal 3x, substitute x was 6, 3 times 6 is 18, something like that. So that's all we're doing. But the only thing you have to remember is that this is, you cannot just enter this in any way you want on the calculator. You have to, you know, use PEMDAS, right? So parentheses first and multiplication, and do the numerator first, and then parentheses first, then multiply everything to the denominator, and then divide everything when you're done. So let's go over the formula. This is 12. Again, all the variables have been put in red, right? So F is finance charge, right? Finance charge is how much you are paying extra for the loan you're getting. So if I borrow $1,000, you know, over the course of the 2-year loan or 5-year loan, I might be paying $400 extra, right? So that will be my finance charge for the loan amount that I'm getting. So that's what you put here, finance charge. Again, this is, if there's no space, it means it's multiplication. So this is 12 times F. Now 95 times N. Now N stands for total number of months. You can call it total number of months or total number of payment. If I say the loan duration is 2 years, 2 years is 24 months, right? If I say it's 1 year, it's 12 months. If I say 5 years, 5 times 12, 60 months, right? So N will be 60 months in this case. And A, which you see here, A stands for the amount finance, right? Amount finance is the same thing as principal. So if I borrow $5,000, so my amount finance will be $5,000. If it's 1,000, it will be 1,000. So that's all you need to do to use the formula. Again, I'll put all of this in Google Classroom, so you have access to it. Like I said, there's nothing complicated about this. All you're required to do to use this formula is these three that I've mentioned here, right? You need the finance charge, you need the amount finance, and you need the number of month, right, for duration. So like I said, most of you from the previous problem I gave you, the Paul Norris example one. So he's getting a $1,500 loan, 146.25 charge, right? So that's how much the bank is charging him for this loan. And then 18 months. Now, if 18 months is a year and a half, right? 1 year and 6 months. So for 146 for $1,500, it's not a lot. So I can tell you that the APR would be, the annual percentage rate would be less than 20%, because 146 for a year and a half is decent. Okay, so now knowing that, all you have to do is just plug it into the formula. So let's do that. Now 12 F, so that's 12 times F, right? So 12 times F. Now F is my finance charge, so this is my F right here, and this is my N, and this is my A. I'm on finance, right? So now So 12F, F is 146.25, 146.25, right? And then I put the parentheses now, 95, N is 18, so 95 times N, right? And then, oops, N is, I already know N, right? 95 times 18, plus 9. And then I go all the way under. Now the first one is 12 times N, N is 18, so 12 times 18. And then N plus 1, N is 18, so that's 18 plus 1. And then 4 times A plus F, right? 4 times A is 1500, so 4 times 1500 plus F, which is finance charge, which is 146.25. Alright, so now the next thing we're gonna do is use calculators, right? So I'm gonna use, again, I have two phones, so I'm gonna use my other phone as a calculator. Let's see, I have just updated it, so let's see how long it takes for it to start, and then we can do the calculation. So like I said, we're gonna do the numerator first, and then we do the denominator, and then we're just gonna divide, because like I said, unless you have a smart calculator, you know, you can't just go and do that because you will get errors. Alright, so that's good. I have my calculator. Alright, so I'm gonna do the parentheses first. So 95 times 18, 1710. So this is 1710 plus 9, right? So, alright, so 1710 plus 9 is 1719, right? And then I gotta do this multiplication, right? 12 times 145. 12 times 146.25, 146.25. So that would be 1755. So this is 1755, right? And then here, I'm just gonna do the parentheses first, right? So this is, I'm gonna do this first. So I gotta do the multiplication first. 4 times 1500. 4 times 1500 is 6,000. Then 6,000 plus 146.25 is 6,146.25, right? 6,146.25. All right, now this is 18 plus 1, which is just 19. And then 12 times 18, 12 times 18 is 216, right? So this is 216. All right, I'm gonna come back in the numerator again. So I'm gonna multiply the top, 1755 times 1719. 1755 times 1719. That's a big number, 3 million. All right, so this is gonna be 3,016,845, right? And then this is all multiplication, so I can multiply the whole thing. Is there 216 times 19 times 6,146.25. So that would be 25 million 224 210. So this is 25,224,210. So, and then I'm gonna do the division, right? So 3,016,845 divided by 25,224,210. So I get 0.1196, right? Now this is supposed to be a percentage, right? So so this is from decimal to percent, right? Decimal to percent, right? So if I do decimal to percent, what do I get? 11.96%. So this is your APR. APR equal 11.96%. And if you have the answer on the book, you will see you will have the same answer as 11.9. So now, like I said, this is very simple. All you have to do is just pick out the three pieces of information you need: the finance charge, the total number of months, and the amount financed, and you just place it in. You just gotta be careful. This is a big formula. You can't just, a lot of calculators, you cannot just do 12 times this. You cannot do that, right? You gotta do the PEMDAS, right? Parentheses first and multiply this. You have that on top, and then parentheses first, right? And then you do this, right? And then you multiply, and then you multiply the numerator, and you multiply the denominator, and then you have it. Now, if you have a scientific calculator like the red ones in the school, if you use the right parentheses, you can do everything in one shot, right? So, like I said, so I'm gonna pause this, right? I'm gonna pause it, erase the board, put another problem. Now this is example 1 on the board. I'm gonna do number 1 and then number 2. Alright, hello again. Like I said, you can pause the video and work it out yourself. Like I said, I will have like two or three worksheets per week, and you have the whole week to finish it, because some of you get on online, whenever. So that would until Sunday, right? So like I said, the formula here, it will be in Google Classroom, or you can copy it here. Everything that I'm saying here, you can copy it. I'll take photos of the and circle up and give you the numbers of problems for you to do. All right, this is problem number 1. The first one I did was example 1, but this is problem number 1. Francis Carr took out a 6-month loan, $800. It's an $800 loan, and the finance charge is $24.64. Like I said, if the finance charge is low, right, you can know that it's going to be less than 20% rate, right? Usually over 20% is just outrageous. All right, so the first thing we need to know is that the formula we're doing, right? So I have a 6 months loan, so 6 months, the total number of payment is N is 6, right? So I'm just gonna try to use a different color. Hopefully you can see it, or if not, you can zoom it, right? N equals 6. And $800 is the amount finance, right? So A, that's A, and then $24.64 is the finance charge, so that's my F, right? And that's all really you need to know, right? So I'm just gonna write it out, and then just like you can go back to the previous video and see exactly how you're supposed to calculate it, right? So the first thing I need to do is 12F, right? So 12F, F is $24.64, that's finance charge, so 12 times 24.64, right? And then 95N, N is 6, so 95 times 6 plus 9, right? Okay, so now 12 times N, so that would be 12 times 6, and then N plus 1, N is 6 plus 1, and then 4A plus F, 4 times 800 plus F, which is $24.64. Okay, that's all you need to do. Now, if you use the calculator, right? So you do this first. You multiply 95 times 6 first, and then plus 9, and then you multiply this too, and then you multiply this and this, and then you multiply this, you add this, you multiply this, you add that, and you multiply everything, and then you divide both. Again, you can look at the previous video just to save, bandwidth time, so I can upload it easily. Again, if you have any questions, please reach out. Hopefully this is straightforward and clear. You don't have to memorize the formula. Just use it as it is. Thank you.